Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Tips and Cut the Gibberish. Come on in. I'm excited to be here with you today. If you're coming in and joining live, please do say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. If you are watching this later on the replay, please do use #replay. Today, I want to talk to you about success and strategies. Very important topics and areas of your business, for sure, right? So 20% of entrepreneur success comes from strategy. 80% comes from how you think and whether or not you change your thought patterns. Let me say that again. 20% of entrepreneur success comes from strategy. 80% comes from how you think and whether or not you change your thought patterns so that you're not focusing on the thoughts that will not serve you. Very, very important, because a lot of us get, a lot of thoughts and a lot of gibberish in our head, right? Of things that probably is not going to serve us well, right? So I monitor my thoughts and pay attention to what I'm thinking all day, all throughout the day. That way I can decide what I want to believe and act on and what I don't. And you can do this too. You have to be mindful of what you're thinking and then choose wisely how you want to act on it, whether you want to believe it and act on it in a specific way or whether you don't. So here is one strategy that I use all the time for follow-up. After a consultation call with a prospective client, I always follow up. Some of you may wonder about follow-up. Well, if you've been around me a little while, you understand and you know that follow-up is my jam, okay? And there's many, many different ways that you can follow up, right? So some of you may think, how often is enough to follow up, or how much is too much to follow up? Well, I'm going to give you some tips today. Excuse me. You might want to make a couple of notes and try this follow-up strategy. Knowing what to do can be tricky, a tricky balancing act, right? On one hand, we want new clients. On the other, we don't want to appear desperate, right? Well, the good news is almost all consultation calls fall into one of two common scenarios. Number one, they're not sure. And they're not sure if they are ready to work with you or if they can afford to work with you, whatever the case may be. So for me, as we end the consultation call, if the prospective client is not sure if they're ready to get started, I will say, if questions come up as you're thinking about working with me, please let me know. I'm happy to jump on another call with you. And then I ask, would you like me to follow up with you? If they say no, I say, great. Thank you so much for your time today. I enjoyed our conversation. If they say yes, I ask, when would you like to get started? Then I immediately put the follow-up date on my calendar. If they want to get started right away, I have a different conversation. I'll get to that in a second. So if they say yes, I'll ask them, when would you like me to follow up? Sorry, let me clarify that. So if they say no, I say, great. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with me today. If they say yes, I would say, when would you like me to follow up with you? When's a good time? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. And then I immediately put that follow-up on my calendar. If it's 2 weeks from that specific day, I will go to my calendar and put it on the calendar for 2 weeks from then. When the day arrives, I send an email that sounds something like this. Hello, first name, Sally, whoever. I hope you're having a good day. I'm following up on our conversation last week to see if any questions have come up about working with me. I'm happy to jump on a call if that would be helpful. Thanks, Lisa. It's that simple. Really simple, right? No need to stress over it. No need to get all bent out of shape over it. It's really, really simple. And then scenario number 2, if the prospective client is ready to go, they're ready to get started and work together. So they tell me at the end of the call, yes, I'm ready to go and I want to start working with you right away. I send them an email like this. Hello, Sally. I enjoyed meeting with you today and look forward to getting started with you. I will send over the proposal or contract soon. Thanks, Lisa. Really simple, right? And I'll do that if they're ready to get going, then I'll definitely do that, right after the call, after we've had the consultation call, And then usually at the end of the conversation, at the end of the consultation call, I'll also let them know when to expect the proposal or contract to be sent to them, whether it be later that day, maybe it be the following day, whatever. But I'll also send them this email. So if they don't sign the contract, if they are ready to go and I send them the proposal or contract, if they don't sign the contract within 2 days, I take that email from my sent folder and forward it to them with a note that says, "Hi, Sally. I just wanted to make sure this didn't go into your spam folder. I look forward to getting started working together. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, Lisa." Pretty simple, right? If they don't respond or sign the contract, I do not follow up again. I will put them on maybe my stay in touch list. I'll continue to stay in touch with them, but they're not going to be on my follow-up list for prospective clients, right? So there's a few things to keep in mind. You have no idea what is going on in your prospective client's life. So, if they didn't respond, they didn't sign the contract, or, you followed up with them because they wasn't ready to go right then after the call and they haven't responded back to you. You don't know what's going on at that given time. So please don't assume that the silence on their part has anything to do with you, because 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. Maybe their cat died, or they won the lottery, or, someone in their family is very ill. You just don't know what might be going on in their life at that given time. So don't take it personally, in other words, right? You don't want to work with someone who's not ready to work with you. Trust me. I've been in that scenario before. So if they're not ready to work with you, don't push it. They'll come back to you when they're ready to move forward. Right? So don't try to talk them into it or try to sell them, because it's probably not going to work. Right? We'll have another conversation on another day about stay in touch emails, because that's the great way to stay in touch with contacts that don't choose to move forward with you at that given time after the consultation call and work with you. I hope these were some great tips for you today. And cut the gibberish in your head. I'll see you again next Tuesday, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. We will be celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow, so I hope everyone has a great Valentine's.